But anyways, for those who don't know already, this is the podcast Gamers of the Roundtable Gaming in 2010.
Yes, sir.
So, I guess everybody just pick a game. I'll go ahead and pick Gamerz. Pick my first one. Just pick a random game from the stack of games, and we'll all talk.
I can't see.
Pick this one random.
Oh, sweet.
Let's see. I'll choose this one. Oh yes.
This is like game.
Oh, there we go.
This is. All right.
Random game choosing
Who
game.
wants to start?
Finest.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know.
So we got our 2010 game of the year here. A lot of people felt very differently about this game, but I personally really loved
It was awesome.
this game.
I think it was one of the true back to the 3D like 64 platformers that you used to see. It was. That's what I really liked about it. Besides the
It's as close as
collision.
I think we've gotten. in a while.
I think this is probably the step that not only Disney needed, but I'd say probably a company. Well, now they're not there.
As Mickey Mouse as a video game character,
That
because
was
he hasn't done anything. Well, he's done that one that.
Well, now that Sega has come back with Castle Illusion, but I mean, even with that, this to me.
Oh, and DuckTales.
Yeah, well, you got DuckTales too. But I mean, for
I've never
Mickey,
played, but everybody says it's awesome.
for Mickey, I mean, this to me will always be like the best Mickey game.
What about the dude?
I don't know where they went wrong, but they went wrong somewhere. It's not terrible, but it's like it lost some of the magic,
I
and
think
it's just
It's,
I think
it's
this-
not the same as this one.
yeah.
I think honestly, and I hate to put it like this because I am a big fan of it, but I think it was the music, to be honest.
Music was singing sequences.
Because I mean, it just did not feel serious. Like in this game, you felt really compelled to the
You
story.
felt epic.
You felt you really
Well,
cared
I
about
feel
the
like
character.
the story itself was a little bit of a problem.
It was.
And
That doctor was not a threat to me.
I don't think the musical
Nothing.
portions were really all that bad.
I thought
Yeah,
I
they were.
loved the music. I just
I think it just
the
needed a
Mad
better
Doctor-
frame.
yeah.
The Mad Doctor wasn't the evil Blot,
No.
and he didn't really threaten to destroy Wasteland like the Blot did. Like the Blot was
And
destroying
If
Wasteland.
they were going to do the music thing, I think they should have stuck more with it. Instead, they sort of did it like they were.
well, the Mad
they were
Doctor was the only one that
That's
was
what I was
saying,
saying.
and like I think more
That
characters
sort
should
of
have done
messed-
that.
Which I mean, you rarely ever see Mickey ever sing, so I kind
That's
of
okay.
expected that. So.
Yeah.
Still, he's like the only one.
I mean, that's.
It's like this one guy.
I mean, you could at least gotten Oswald to do something. I mean, that would have been freaking awesome. Which I do have to give due credit for finally voicing Oswald.
Yes, I was very
Because
happy.
They
with
didn't,
that.
I think that honors a lot of Disney history, but at the same time, it's just Epic Mickey 1 just, you know, it had it all. It had everything that you wanted in a good Disney game. And to be honest, if they don't remake this, like for a different console, because I heard they were supposed to do a different, like a remake for other consoles. That was before Junction Pump went
I
downhill,
was
so.
about to say, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, but it would be wonderful if they did that, but you know what, they kind of end. But that was our 2010, and you know what, I'm proud of it, but that's our game of the year.
Toy Story 3. This was probably, well, next to Tron, this was like my favorite movie game from this year. And mainly because of Toy Box Mode. Like, it was a really good licensed title. It had the same story from the movie with a little bit before and a little bit after, which most movie games kind of go before or after one or the other. This one had both. And Toy Box Mode, it just works.
Well, Toy Box Mode was the best part of the whole game, because, I mean, you got to do whatever you want. And, I
Yeah.
mean, you could combine the worlds of Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and it could make absolutely no sense, but it was so much fun when you did it.
It was. It was really great. Probably one of the best movie games we've seen in a while.
Yep. Fallout New Vegas. Awesome. Very awesome game.
Still not
But-
Fallout 3, though.
No, it's not Fallout 3.
I'm the only person here at the table, but I preferred New Vegas. I just preferred the atmosphere of the game, and
Well, I mean, that's like people were saying.
Well, I did like the Deathclaw Sanctuary. Because,
Yes.
I don't know why, but that was
I
just
never
really
even
cool.
got to the Death Cross.
It took me forever to do that. Do you remember
The
that,
Alpha
Joseph?
Male Deathclaw.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Alpha Male Deathclaw.
Yes,
I had to
that's what I
hide in
remember.
a trash bin
That
just
was
to
our-
kill it.
Feature of the year award back then.
Oh man! Well, I was gonna say, I mean, Fallout New Vegas is kind of like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, like how people prefer Brotherhood over 2 because of mechanics and because of the
I
atmosphere.
prefer Revelations myself. I'm sort of alone in that camp too. I like games.
I like Revelations.
Revelations.
I think Revelations.
I'm playing you a best
My
story.
favorite's 3, but Revelation's second for me.
I think
3
Revelation
was amazing.
3 was
I like
amazing.
3.
If
I
you,
don't know what the hate was on that.
if you don't like
Yeah,
3,
really.
then you need some serious help. That's
It was
all
our
I'm
game of the
saying.
year. Just saying.
Well,
Can't wait for
I
Black
hated
Flag
the
either.
ending.
Yeah.
Well, the ending, he pulled a shepherd. That's
Which-
what.
It was all right, but it's like I wanted you to tie up Desmond's story and then lead into something out, not just kill
Oh,
him
that
off
ending.
and-
Yeah, I
it's
thought you
like-
meant like Connor's ending.
No,
Oh,
Connor did.
Connor-
Well, I hate the
Did
fact
the
that they're not
manual.
voting anymore with Connor. I think they could
I
have
think
done a lot.
they'll
Well-
mention him several times or something.
Well, you know, portable games, he'll come back.
Which I mean,
Breach was on the back of that.
I kind of figured that it would go that way because I mean, there were already people talking about he's too serious, and like with Altair, I mean, they just kind of. Well, I mean, Revelations gave him kind of a side thing, but I mean,
He should probably take Brotherhood out of the stack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
On
Hard to talk
Brotherhood.
about.
that brings a fascinating debate. I mean, what makes Ezio so good? Why does everyone love Ezio?
I think it's his character, his charisma, and his.
We're also with him from birth.
Yeah, well,
He's
and,
sort
and
of-
he had 3 games, so
Yeah,
you know.
he's good with the ladies.
He
I'd
pretty
say
much.
the colorfulness, the
Yeah.
colorfulness and all that.
Well, I mean, he is pretty much James Bond in an assassin outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Pretty
getting
much.
gadgets from Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, he's doing all these crazy
The
things.
time era also really helped. That's one of the most
Yeah, the Renaissance.
flavorful
Yeah.
time eras. As cool as the Revolution was for me, anyways.
I love it.
There's
I
something.
love Revolution.
There's something really special about that era in history.
I love the little
Excellent.
Well, I mean, Rome, Brotherhood and Revelations didn't really sell that for me, the atmosphere anyways. 2 still has the best atmosphere. And, which, I mean, I
I
do
think
love
it
the
was the
Revolution.
greatest sequel like it's ever been.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Arkham City, maybe the greatest sequel ever made. But that'd be a good debate. That'd be a good debate.
I will
Which,
do
no,
a
I
check.
take that back. I take that back. Halo 2 compared to Halo 1 was a great sequel.
Yeah, there's a
God of War 2.
The only,
God dang it.
I don't know, there's a lot.
I feel like the second one just improved so much over the first one that the first one almost seems like, I don't know, it's almost
Insignificant.
like it's really hard to go back and play the first one because the second one's so much better.
That's why I played the first one
Whereas-
first one, because I bought it. I bought 1 and 2 at the same time. So.
I actually played one back. in
Which
the-
I mean, one, I actually really didn't mind Assassin's One because it was just.
Well, I liked it still.
I mean, it was repetitive, but I thought it had a good story. It
It's
had a good
fine.
mystery element to it. But 2 really did. Came like
I like
wiped
the
every scratch.
Written knocked over the Xbox.
All right, Josh,
Oh, really?
your turn.
Alright, I got Black Ops 1.
That one was good. I like the Black Ops series.
I like the
Storyline was-
campaign.
yeah,
I like
story.
the campaign.
Campaign
that,
was
yeah.
pretty
It's the
good.
best Call of Duty. Like Black Ops
Black
1 and
Ops.
2 are the best Call of Duties.
I think Call of Duty's overloved and overhated. It just depends on which camp you're in.
Yeah.
If you're in the Modern Warfare game,
or
I
you know,
hate
you're in the one.
I can't
You're like
stand the
you're in the
Modern
one that I'm
Warfares.
in. That's
No.
in the middle. Like I don't
I like
particularly
Modern Warfare.
favor Call
I
of
can
Duty,
support-
but
I can
I like it a
support
lot.
That's kind of like me. I'll play it, you know, I like it, but I'm not like, oh my gosh! Or,
Each game seems to be going downhill. It's like their campaign's like 9 minutes long.
Well, 2.
And then their multiplayer
Well,
is just
didn't they
like
have like branches?
all this crap.
I was about to say,
Black
2 was a good step for the campaign.
It
2
was.
had a
It really
awesome
was.
The,
Yeah.
the story and especially
the
the
high-tech
villain's
equipment.
character.
Yeah.
The villain's character. That and the fact that it kept going from to the past to the future.
If they
Like-
get
Yeah.
David S.
Oh, I like
Goyer to do another Call of Duty like Black Ops 2, then they will be fun. They will be
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
fun.
which I'm wondering who's doing Ghosts.
I don't know.
I think the next one should be Black Ops 3. That's just my
Yeah.
Let's let them try something else now. I
Yeah.
think it'd be good to step in a new game.
I'm gonna get it
I
anyways
agree.
because as you can tell, I am like addicted, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
Well, how about this?
Do you mean this one?
How about Call of Duty with dinosaurs?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Torah! You're fighting dinosaurs, but Call of Duty style, like all the big, you know.
I think you changed
sequences.
genres basically.
Yeah, pretty much still under
It's
war.
a new game because this is about like high octane action movie war
I
action.
played that once.
Go ahead.
That's a good game.
Okay, and the
Vicious.
game I chose out of the pile was Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is probably the greatest 2D revival game ever created. It's by
Yes.
Retro Studios, which is one of the greatest companies on the planet at the moment for me anyways.
Yes.
They worked on Mario Kart 7, loved it. They worked on this, loved it. Worked on Metroid Prime, what I've played of it, I've loved it. But Donkey Kong Country Returns was absolutely incredibly special. They managed to stay completely true to the old ones while changing up the formula since you don't switch back and forth. And
They kept the difficulty.
they
which
kept the difficulty.
seems to be lost in 2D platformers anymore.
Yeah, especially like New Super Mario Brothers. As fun as they are, they're not quite as.
Yeah, you can
You
end,
was the
you
one
end
who
it with
was-
like 99 lives.
But Donkey
This
Kong
one,
Country
you end it
Returns,
like-
you die a lot.
Yeah, you die all the time.
And you don't die in a this game sucks sort of way. You die in this I've got to beat that, and it's hard to
You have
hit that
to.
point. I don't know how they do. I don't know how they found it, but they found it at least.
Well, see, Rare found it. Rare did it, and then they were like, well, Rare did it, so we can do it, and then Retro has the special
Retro
magic
is the
that Rare
new
did.
Rareware for the moment.
Yeah.
Please make Star Fox.
Bring back Star Fox, please. Alright, so we're going to this beauty now.
Pick us a good game.
So in 2005 they teased this game and everyone thought it was Kingdom Hearts 3, which so I was like, oh. But instead we came out with the Birth by Sleep title, prequel, and I actually really loved this game. This is probably, I'd say, on my ratings for Kingdom Hearts, this is probably my at least third favorite.
Third favorite.
Because, I mean, you can't beat the first. I've
Yeah.
recently discovered that. I mean, the first has that charm. 2 is, of course, 2. And then this is 3. And then Dream Drop would be 4. But, I mean, this, I think, just... it had a nice change of characters from Riku and Sora. Because, I mean, a lot of people hate Sora. But this gave a lot of people different things. Which, I mean, you know what? A big beef I have with people who hate on Kingdom Hearts. They hate the fact that the story... Yes, it is immature and childish with Disney characters, but it has a good meaning, and it is really serious. I mean, if you were to take out the Disney characters, it is a serious story. But I mean, what is
Even,
it?
it's serious with it in there, though.
It just
Also.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, like, people
happens.
bash on it because it's about friendship, which, I mean, what's the big
Well,
deal about that?
I bash on it because it's convoluted.
It is complicated.
And it's all right to be convoluted to a point, but they're getting close to the line now.
I mean, they are pushing it, which I am happy that they are releasing them in HD, because that says, okay,
We're
we're
probably getting ready for 3.
probably getting ready for 3, which, I mean, they started development on it. Now, the
Question
question
Because
is,
it
is,
turns
stop
into
and
a
make Final
13
Fantasy 13
versus-
5.
which, I mean, well, Tetsunoda already said that he will not release Kingdom Hearts 3 as long as Versus 13 is in development, which Versus 13 has been in development since 2006. And, I mean, a lot of people
Isn't
think
that up in the air? Like some people.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't
like-
know if they're still doing that.
Yeah, so I mean, we have no clue where Versus 13 is, but they said they've already started work on concept and development for Kingdom Hearts 3. So, where the heck is Versus 13 then? Because I mean, I was really excited about that Final
But
Fantasy.
you hate 13.
I did hate 13, but this is like, the fighting style of it is similar to Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, it's in real time.
Yeah, so I mean,
You're not a huge fan of ATV, are you?
a little bit. I mean, like, for 7, like, I can deal with, like, old school Final Fantasy, but 13, I don't know, 13 and 12 just pissed me off.
13 was, I think, a mistake. I think they were trying to do something there.
Well, I mean, 13-1. I like 13-1. I mean, it was alright. It wasn't my favorite of all time, but I mean, 13-2 just felt like a nuisance to me. Like, why are we doing this? I mean, it's just like 10-2. I mean, 10-2 wasn't that bad. I give it that. 10-2 wasn't bad. But 13-2 and now 13-3.
They're doing that?
Yeah.
What? Well, 13.3, to
Are
be
you
fair, the
serious?
concept for 13.3 seems really cool. It's like Majora's Mask, you know, where you have the 3-day cycle thing, except it's like 13 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and you have like 13 hours to do everything in the game,
Yeah.
and the world's going to end if you don't do it in 13 hours.
Which, I mean, that
It
is
revolves
kind of-
around that concept. So that conceptually seems like an interesting
That
road
is
they
an
can
interesting
tread upon.
concept. But, like, that's what really makes me mad about Square Enix, because they do something like Final Fantasy 13, and they spend all that money on Final Fantasy 13, and then when it
Well, you
brings
gotta
them down
remember,
really low.
It really didn't bring, well, 13 didn't bring them down.
No, but it was part of it.
It really, as much as like the older gamers are like, this isn't Final Fantasy, all these new gamers that are growing up on your Xbox 360, Joshua over here, are like, this is the coolest thing, because they've never experienced anything
Well, I
like
don't
that,
think it's the
because
coolest
you don't
thing
get
ever.
JRPGs, especially on the Xbox. You get some on the PlayStation 3, but on the Xbox you don't get JRPGs.
Well, I'll tell you
You
what.
get like
I'll
4.
tell you what Square Enix should do. They could get a buttload of money.
Make more Tomb Raider.
Well,
Big
that
Fortune
is a
Raider.
good start. But I would say I'd say do this. Let's go bolder.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, that's really bold.
Not Final Fantasy 13.
I was gonna say a Final Fantasy, but I was gonna say what every Final Fantasy fan wants, and that is remake 7 in
That's not
HD.
what I want.
on PS3 or PS4, and you should have the option of doing normal battle time, just like 7 would, or you could do it in real time.
That's a good idea. That would appeal to both people.
Both sides. Probably 7 more that way.
It would be very complicated.
That's basically, you're making another game and you're including the old one is what you're doing there.
Pretty much.
It seems convoluted.
Everything in the world is convoluted
Just
now.
make a new game.
But I mean,
It's like ice cream, but slightly melted.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to use this as a segue for Metroid Other M. Has anybody here played this game?
No.
What do you think about this game?
I really like it.
I don't.
No one likes this game. I love that game. Especially from the gameplay standpoint. From the story standpoint, it's like, God, guys.
The story is like the worst part about it. And I hate it. I don't know
How do
why.
you not like the gameplay?
I do like the gameplay.
It's awesome.
What I don't
Awesome.
like, this is my problems with it. The story,
I heard a lot about
the level design,
What was I even that bad?
and the I think the strongest point about it is the visuals. Like this game, I would compare it to Halo as far as visuals goes. Like I would say, if you like Halo, go for this game also, just because I don't know. I think any Halo fan would enjoy it as long as they understand it's not a first-person shooter. But the level design really irritates me, and I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm used to the older Metroids and stuff. And
Probably my
Metroid-
least favorite Metroid game. Honestly, if they
It
if they
is.
remade the entire game and just like a fan edit, just put new clips in between the gameplay segments, I think it could work really, really well. Really, the main issue is Samus's character.
Yeah.
They just really need to get their stuff together next time.
Well, this is
Metroid-
Team Ninja.
Yeah, this one.
Because
This one's
after
not good.
Retro, they were like, well, let's give it to someone else that worked the first time. You're like, okay.
Josh, here you go.
God of War, Ghost of Sparta. Awesome. In some ways. I think the story was more personal.
I love
The
it.
story was personal, but I kind of felt, I'll take the mic.
I didn't think it was long enough.
I didn't think it was
No,
long enough, but I
definitely.
felt like they were just backtracking a lot, and like they were just making a lot of nonsense out of it. Because I'll quote Cory Barlog when he made God of War 2. He said that if you play God of War, you unlock the secret message. You find out that Kratos' mother tells him Zeus is his father. In God of War 2, Athena tells him, and you can, I don't care what they say, you can clearly tell that Kratos, his reaction's like, what? I never knew this before. Are you serious? And like, you can tell.
Plot hole. That's a small plot hole.
I know, but that
You
just
know what?
irritates the fire out
Well,
of me.
actually, I found somebody who, like, I can't remember the exact article or something. It's like a video too, I believe. He went through it and he checked it, and he said after he did, I don't know how he examined it. He said that he just went through the things, and he said to him it seemed like she started to say it, like started and then died, and never got the word out, so he never heard what she said.
But then it goes to Sparta, she did.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, right, no,
Oh,
he goes to Sparta. His mom never did say it. Like he said that she starts to go, and he said, and he slowed it down, and he said, watch, and he said she goes like that, and she never goes Zeus completely, and so
Oh,
Kratos
so
is just
Kratos
like,
is just
Kratos is kind
stupid.
of like, he's like,
Zer.
He kind of looks surprised, like.
it could be Zarog, Zurab. It starts with a Z.
So let me get this straight. This whole plot hole that I've been aching about with God of War for
Doesn't even
years
exist.
doesn't even exist.
That's what he
Well,
said.
that's a bunch of.
That's what he said. He said he went through it and she never actually gets it out. She just starts with, and he said
Well, you
she's
know what? In that
whispering
case,
it
I
too.
take back every bad thing I
Yeah.
said about God of War.
Well, see, she said that like even she's whispering it too, so she doesn't even really get it out. He said kind of just like. You know,
Well, then
she
Ghost of
says-
Sparta wins for me now.
So
I'm like,
see, so it really is
That's the
awesome.
whole reason you.
Yep, that's the whole reason I hated it so much.
So see, it is awesome. But yeah, so and I went back and I mean I did look at it and it makes sense.
I mean,
I don't think she really does get it.
I will honestly say, Ghost of Sparta to me was definitely way better than Scenes of Olympus. I mean, like.
Yes.
Yeah, way
And
better.
you know, getting to use the Spartan shield and spear, that was like awesome for
Have
me.
you ever actually played these on the PlayStation 3?
Yep.
See, I haven't.
Does it transfer good that way?
It does,
I've been
actually.
considering
It does,
getting the God of
actually,
War
really.
collection since I've never actually played a God of War game.
I mean, it actually.
You never played it? Oh
And-
my
I didn't get
gosh.
much out of the first two because mom wouldn't let me play.
Two was
Well,
my
that's understandable.
two is actually still my favorite, to be honest, because two just signifies that.
That was probably mine
I
because of the big
remember the
action. But I think
first
2 had the
mission
best
of the
story
first
and
one.
It was
stuff.
a journey, like
Yeah.
a huge.
It was the best
made
journey.
Made you
That
feel
one was
epic.
like a big final battle.
I mean, this was the final battle
You know.
that everyone always wanted.
Yeah.
But I want to go to Joshua's game
Yes.
because this game deserves a lot of credit.
I agree. Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, my favorite game from Rockstar.
And it's also
I
has
agree.
a predecessor coming in the Republic. Which, I mean,
I've never played before.
I need to get it.
I absolutely agree with Joshua. It is the best game from Rockstar.
I mean, its storyline was great.
The
and-
storyline, like, that's one of the few
Yeah.
the few games
I like
that
the
I
third
actually
person
really care
action
about.
like
Yeah.
It made me feel like it was a Western. Like, I know it was supposed to be, but I mean, I felt like I was not only watching a Western, but I was like there.
Yeah,
and
like,
it was
You
just
were
really
part
awesome.
of the
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
I mean, the story was
The
just
tone was perfect.
The,
It
the
really
setting,
was.
the background.
Everything about the game is pretty much
I
flawless.
love when they use the songs
Except for the
too, because they
flaws.
just
Yes.
were at
Yeah.
the
But
perfect
even the
moment.
flaws
Yeah.
are fun.
the stories, and Joshua
And-
quite fancies the multiplayer.
Yeah,
I do-
love the
I-
multiplayer.
multiplayer
The
is
multiplayer was
actually-
great.
I've never.
I'd imagine
Well,
it's good because it's basically like you and your friends, and it's
Yeah.
like, here's the world, have fun.
Yeah.
Pretty
Exactly,
much.
that's
It's
how
kind of like
it
it
is.
is in GTA 4, but I mean, it's more fun in Red Dead.
Yeah, it's more fun
'Cause
because it's
the
more
animals-
challenging.
Yeah.
It is.
Cougars are
more-
one hit kill.
Yeah, I mean, you can get killed from just anything, you know.
That's true.
What about like
Grand Theft
Crow?
Auto, you
Don't
never die.
Yeah. Which I mean, the thing that really, because I mean, some games like when I play them, I'm like, this is good. I mean, this is going to be one of those highly reviewed. But there are very few games that I can like play through, and I can have
Ooh,
a
I
moment
love
that's
that
going to
one.
say, wow, this game is like really something special. And that was what Josh said when they put the song in the Far Away when you go into Mexico, and then it starts playing Far Away, and you just kind of get that in your mind, that wow, this game is
Special.
really special. Speaking of special games,
And mine is Halo Reach, which is, as of now, my favorite first-person shooter and my favorite Halo game, because up till 4, I had never played one with Master Chief, ironically. And I played the original Halo Anniversary Edition, so I played that one now, so I know what Chief is like now.
Yeah.
But up till then, I'd only played ODST and this was just, for the time, this was awesome. And at the time, I didn't like first-person shooters. This sort of convinced me to like them. And that's, except for GoldenEye, I always loved GoldenEye.
GoldenEye's rare.
GoldenEye's special.
It's rare. Once again.
And this got me into the Halo universe. This made it so I could actually play these things, and so I went overly hating them for no reason. Also, I always thought, especially on the burrito packaging after this, that these look like the Power Rangers, and anything with Power Rangers is just a slightly above normal. And I really like the ending of it, where you literally just fight until you die. That's how you end
Yeah.
a series.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I honestly believe, and I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but I absolutely love Reach a little bit more than Halo 4, to be honest.
I haven't played 4. So.
And the reason why,
That's understandable.
the reason
especially
why,
where it's short.
Yeah.
the reason why, I love Chief, I do, but I think Reach just had that idea of where is this going? I mean, what are they trying to tell with this? And I think the thing that really made me love Reach the most was the space battle. When you just started with that, I knew that this is going to be flipping.
Awesome. Yeah.
I guess it's my turn again. So, speaking of God of War earlier, back to God of War again. God of War 3. Which we all know, well... Yeah. I mean, there's really nothing you can say about God of War except for it.
Awesome. Yeah. Just beyond.
Which, I mean...
Opening.
And I hate to say it like this, because I really do like Ascension, but this is probably about as good as they're going to get with God of War.
I would say. Because I was surprised just to bring
You-
this in there. Ascension did not even have like the 50 enemies on screen at once, which was an odd choice. Or like, most of it didn't really have anything big going on.
Just going to point this out. There's 37 games on this table. Anyways, Telltale Back to the Future, the game. This one is it's technically not only 2010 because it also came out at the beginning of 2011. But this game was really good. It was an actual sequel to the movies of Back to the Future, and it just kept getting more intense and intense. And it took you back to the 1920s, and they screwed up the timeline so bad, and they left it wide open. If they want to do another movie or another game after this, it is the perfect ending.
Didn't the screenwriter, he worked on this, right?
Right.
Bob Gill?
Yes.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I love Telltale, but I think that they kind of killed the movie franchise, and I hate to say this, with Jurassic Park again.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, yeah, I played it.
I've heard a lot of good things about it though.
There is some good elements.
Yeah, the actions were pretty good.
The actions and the story wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't really
But I mean, it was just the.
How can you ruin a movie franchise with a good story? How does that make any sense?
That is good. That is good. I guess it was just.
Well, that movie had a great
It has a
story.
lot of glitches.
Yeah.
Well, this
that's-
one lagged like...
That's with, like, I haven't played a Telltale game yet that hasn't.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have glitches, it lags. Like, it's one or the other.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even
And
The
this one
Walking
has both.
Dead.
Yeah, even The Walking
The
Dead.
Walking,
was very-
every one of them
I
does.
haven't experienced anything with The Walking Dead.
It lags bad. What do you have it on?
I have it on PlayStation 2.
I have it.
Yeah, see, I have it
on
on
the-
the screen. It works great. But
Yeah,
Xbox
I have it on
360 is
360.
horrible.
And Joshua has it on the iPhone.
It's downloaded too, it's not...
Yeah.
Does that change
Mine's-
anything?
mine's-
Yeah, that
Mine's
probably
this.
does because when you download it, it speeds up loading times. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's I might have to actually start doing that with mine because like they need to fix that. They really
It's
do.
really hard with a point-and-click adventure when you're... How does the Wii motion thing not respond? It's like...
Yeah.
It's really hard. You get
It's
used
not
to it
just-
after a
it's
little
not
bit of
just that
playing,
either. It's
but
like-
it's like...
I hate it because like in an action sequence, Marty would be like running and he'd stop, and the next thing you know, he'd be hopping over
Yeah.
the fence. It's way over there, and I'd be like, "What did I miss?"
Yeah, well, it's
That's
very...
why I didn't finish it, Joseph, when you told me to.
Well, The Walking Dead wasn't that bad. Like,
No.
it's not that.
I'd
bad.
say out of all of them, it's probably the least
Yeah,
glitch.
oh yeah, they're improving, and The Walking Dead is the best one I've done so far, in my opinion.
See, like Jurassic Park, like for example, tears because you're ready to eat you, and you hear a bunch of sounds, and then they're in another scene. You're like, what
See,
the heck?
I've played the majority of their games. I've played Back to the Future, Sam and Max, Wallace and Gromit. I played all four of the Wallace and Gromits actually.
Oh, did they make that Wallace and Gromit one on the PlayStation 2? Do you know that? It's not a,
I don't
it's not a
think
point
they-
and click.
I don't
so-
think they did. I
okay.
don't think they did.
I really like that.
And see, they made a CSI game, but it's only to the PC. I haven't played that one. But I've got Jurassic Park over there. I haven't played it yet though, and I played The Walking Dead, so I'm pretty much caught up on Telltale stuff. But anyways, let's go. Spider-Man.
We're
Shared
going
Dimensions.
here, aren't we? We're gonna go here.
Yep. So, thoughts?
I love this game. I love it because it's cartoony. You have 4 different Spider-Mans. The newer Spider-Man is awesome, and the future Spider-Man is awesome, and the Amazing Spider-Man is awesome.
Well,
I
see,
like
I
this
like-
conceptually. I haven't played it. so-
Yeah, see, I liked how they were all different. They fought different. Everything was different. The worlds were different. But each one's like, I mean, each level is just a boss battle, technically.
Oh, it's really-
Yeah, because it's like, well, you got to go through the whole level, and each one plays different. But I mean, the whole level is like one extended boss fight because in a lot of them, you see the boss at the beginning, and you're like chasing him down, and then you get to the end, and you're fighting.
Right.
And sometimes you fight the boss multiple times through the level,
It
and
sounds sort of...
but there's plenty of levels in it.
Yeah.
It's overall, I think it's a good game.
My favorite level through that whole game was the Deadpool.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. The waves. That was cool. Like,
And
the big
that was,
giant
that was
waves
the
coming
longest
in.
level too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Probably.
was.
Well, I mean, it needed to be.
I'd say,
Deadpool
yeah.
needs his time.
Yeah.
You can't deprive Deadpool of his time. But I'll be honest about this. I'm about to probably step on some toes. This was one of my least favorite ones.
Out of them all.
Because it's not because I don't agree with you all that it's fun playing as different Spider-Mans. It's just the fact that I grew up with Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Spider-Man needs
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
an open world environment.
It really
See,
is.
I like to, like, even just thinking about it, this is like in a whole nother thing, really. This would be like a
This
more
would be
tightly...
this would be like the 64 version, sort of,
Yeah.
because it wasn't really open world, but this
Yeah.
one's.
Well, I mean, that's just like people
More like
saying
playing through a
Web of
movie.
Shadows is awful. Web of
Web of
Shadows,
Shadows
is
is
awesome.
Yeah, Web of Shadows.
Yes,
is
it did have a weak story kind of. But I mean, it's combat, yes, it could have been repetitive. But you could have changed it up. I mean, you don't have to keep doing the web combos all the time.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, I think that Shattered Dimensions was the Arkham Asylum of the Spider-Man games.
Thank you.
It was a good start. It really was
Yeah.
a good start. And I think The Amazing Spider-Man, as much as I hate to say it, because it didn't really go that well. I mean, it was good, but it's kind of the city
Yeah.
of Spider-Man. Because, I mean, it's back in the open world. They have the same combat. It is.
Arkham City is the Spider-Man 2 of Batman.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Spider-Man 2 is, without a doubt, the best Spider-Man game that's ever been released. I mean, because, I mean, they just make the story so fucking good.
And the world was so seamless. Like, there was missions, side missions, and then there was just like random thugs on the street, and like you could help a girl save. You felt like you were really in the city doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, which see, like even Amazings was kind of scripted. There was this many people in this area that were getting robbed. You stop them, there's no more. Did you notice that when you played that?
Which,
That
I
you
mean,
played-
that's also another beef with mine. A lot of another Spider-Man game. This is probably the second best Spider-Man game that's ever come out. Is Ultimate Spider-Man. That was PS2 and Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good.
It was good. It was very good
Yeah.
because it was comic book derived. I mean, it was like this
Venom.
open world. You got to play as Venom. The only thing I absolutely hated about this game was when you finished it and you finished all the crimes. That was it.
Yeah.
You had saved the entire city somehow. There was never going to be any more crime in that city.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Or see, like Spider-Man 2, you could play it for years.
Yeah, 'cause
It'll
it just
never stop.
Keeps respawning.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
next?
Me.
Josh.
I got Star
Oh,
Wars
God.
Force Unleashed 2.
Not as good as the first one.
I
too
love the
short.
first one.
But the
was
combat in
too
this
short.
one,
The combat
I think
was
it's great.
amazing.
It was.
Yeah.
Being able to pick up on those ATs and just crush it into a
LucasArts,
little bitty
rest in
tinball.
peace.
I mean, it was so fluid.
Yes.
It was
And
just-
the very first thing you had to do was amazing compared to the other stuff in
well,
the
I mean,
first
like
game.
the free fall moments were
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
See, I think number 2 had like bigger action.
Bigger
scenes.
action
It did.
and better like
Do
sequences.
you think like
Yeah.
it was just rushed out?
I
because they
think it
wanted
Yes,
to-
Yeah.
it was.
Probably,
Like if they
yeah.
could have made it longer,
Like they were
this
really
would have
working
been
on it,
Oh,
but they were
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
guys, we need this out now.
Which
we
I
want
mean,
money.
I hate to say this, but I remember watching an interview when that game was being developed, and they said that was their like Empire Strikes Back. I hate to say it, but there is no way that is.
But
close
did it look
to
like it could have shaped up to be if they had more time?
Yeah. I mean,
it
it
feels like
had potential, but there's no way.
So
they
he
would
probably
ever touch
genuinely
Empire.
thought
like-
it was going to be.
if where it ended was half the game, then it was probably be there. But
Which I mean, like Joshua said, the combat and the opening and like all the free fall.
Because from what you're saying, it sounds like the main complaint is it was too short.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was very. I literally got it that day, and I beat it within.
I beat it the same day I got it. too.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
beat
nice.
it like within the time period that Joseph
It-
was at work
I,
one
s-
day.
I say about 6 hours or 6 to 8 hours probably max.
Yeah.
What
I don't even think it
ticked
took me
me
that
off?
long.
You built me up for Boba Fett being in the game. You built me up for Yoda
Yeah.
being in the game.
And they're not.
You only talk to. You don't even talk to Boba. He just runs away.
Yeah. He's just
Who
there.
runs away? What kind of bounty hunter runs away? Yeah, I got your
Kinda
girl.
wants
Now
to
let's go.
live.
Yeah. And
Bounty
Yoda.
hunters.
Like if
Come
I was
on,
Boba,
Yoda,
I'm just gonna say this. If I was Boba Fett and I saw him, I'd be like, I'm not staying there.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, I mean,
if there was somebody else like Obi-Wan, I'd be like, yeah, sure, but not this guy.
I'm very, very upset now because I mean, even though 2 was bad, I do
Versus
want to
Kratos.
Force Unleashed.
I know, because the way it ended,
You just
They're
cannot
both
leave
sad
it like
it
that.
ended on a freaking cliffhanger, and we'll never see what happens.
Which
This
is,
is Kratos' perfect match.
Well, maybe Disney
Like the
will
Final
decide.
I'd say
That'd be awesome.
They might. What they need to do is just be like, okay, LucasArts, you're not LucasArts anymore, but everyone who worked there, you're going to be in this company.
Yes.
which I mean, maybe there will be another developer or something that will be like, you can't end, like they may feel the same way. You can't end the Force Unleashed just like that. You can't have Darth Vader kid like that. Because I mean,
No.
No.
I
Definitely.
think they'll pick it up somewhere else later on.
well, just wish and hope that
I mean,
nothing ever happens.
You gotta look
I
at
don't
it.
know.
Disney's not stupid. They've
Or
been
maybe it'll
they're-
be like the
Disney's
prequel
like
movies and we'll get a
Nintendo.
new one.
Like Disney is like the Nintendo of animation and theme parks and everything because they've been around the longest out of everybody else. And you know,
I don't know, if you count
Disney.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse as a good idea for Disney, then you have a problem.
I do. I like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And that's weird.
Hot dog.
I will tell you what's wrong with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Okay, you have a Mickey that you grew up with in the version of 1928 going on to the 30s that you are accustomed to and growing up, and everyone grows up with a different Mickey, yes. But this is why Epic Mickey was a big step for Mickey.
Wait,
because
wait. I think you're watching something that's not made for you.
Yeah.
Is this my rant that's about to start?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
it is.
Okay.
Go ahead because
We may or may
it's
not
going to
cut
be
this
it's going to be an actual
Oh,
sequence.
This is my Mickey rant.
Because I did it in the last one, so.
So
Is that a cat? Did I just talked to a cat.
you start with a specific Mickey. When you grow up with this Mickey, as the time goes on and he gets into other media, specifically the theme park, Mickey Mouse adopts this, and this is why people still consider Disney a very, and I mean they're always going to consider this. Somehow I can understand it. It's very childlike, and I can understand that.
It's supposed to be family oriented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like people see
And he
Mickey
puts on
Mouse
Junior.
as this squeaky clean, can't do nothing wrong character. Mickey Mouse, if you go back and look at his past, he's a prankster. He's drank beer. He's smoked cigars. He's done a lot of crazy things.
Yeah.
I mean, Mickey Mouse, yes, he
He's
doesn't.
a man.
Kids did that.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he let's just put it like this.
That was big on Clubhouse because they're.
That's why I like
Hey, kids!
I have to play.
Well, I mean, let's just put it like this. Let's put it like this. He is not
Forgive me.
a sterling citizen. But now Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, yes, it is a good thing for kids. to have
Listen,
Mickey
that's-
Mouse. I mean, that's
Mickey
rebirthing
Mouse
Mickey.
Clubhouse needs to be there, but it's not, what they need to do is not abandon
That
like
Mickey.
the short form animations,
Which I mean,
which they've kind of done in spots every now and again. Like, oh look, we did this.
well now they're starting to re-release cartoon shorts with Mickey, which I'm
Well,
very,
they do that all.
which I'm
They've
happy,
got their own YouTube channel.
which I'm very happy about that.
Because I know, isn't there like a group of people that are trying to like revive the old Disney?
Mhm.
So there's kind of a civil war.
Kind of.
happening,
Which I mean, that's been happening.
Which
with Disney for a
happens when
while.
there's when Disney owns so much everywhere that they're more than just Disney now, and it's hard to keep track of what's what. Like
Which-
almost everything is Disney.
Which I mean, I can tell you from
Yeah.
this. My brother talked to a person who was working with him down in Florida, and he hated the fact that Disney bought Marvel. Hated it. Said it should have never happened.
They
Said,
They've done
they
good
didn't
with
do
it.
anything to Marvel. Literally, all they did is like give us some money.
well, I mean that.
Keep going.
Like for example, Tyler. I love you, Tyler. But anyways, Tyler hates the fact that Disney has Marvel, which I mean, truthfully, I think it's a great expansion, just like Star Wars, because I mean they're already kind of.
I didn't mind the Star Wars thing until they started closing all these other places.
Yeah, when they closed LucasArts down, but like I said, Disney's not stupid. They've been around forever, and I don't think
I don't know.
they
Some of their
wouldn't let it
executives
drop.
are like high.
They wouldn't let it drop. They'll because you got to think about it. When the movies
I'm
come
proof
out,
to you something.
when the movies come out, they are going to have to put out merchandise, and they put out merchandise, and they're like, well, we need a game for the movie, and if they don't get LucasArts to do it, they will
They'll
kill
get
people.
J.J. Abrams to.
I'm about. We've talked about this for so long that Joshua is now playing his 3DS.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's move on to Mario Galaxy 2.
Mario Galaxy 2 is a great sequel. Probably the greatest, not the greatest, it's the greatest Mario sequel
I was about to say it's,
directly.
it's definitely the
For
great-
something that they were like, all right, we tried out a bunch of new concepts in Galaxies, so instead of making a new game, we're just going to give you that game again. At first I was like, okay, I mean, I like Galaxy, I did, but not enough that I thought, yeah, you can make another one of these. But then they did it, and they were like, oh, by the way, we decided to save the best for last. This game is awesome. I played through it. This is one of the few Mario games, well, 3D Mario games, where I got all the stars. I don't, for some reason I give up after I beat the boss. I'm like,
Which I mean,
I do a couple and then I'm like, okay, I'm done.
to me, the games that are the highlights of the Wii for me. And people can disagree with me, and this is fine.
I disagree with you. The next one.
My highlights for the Wii are Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess,
Very good.
Smash Brothers Brawl,
Obviously.
Yeah.
Galaxy, the first Galaxy, Galaxy 2, and Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. Because
So
I mean,
those are the highlights.
for me,
That's pretty much for everybody.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
mean-
the biggest ones.
I mean, I think that
I mean,
has
tons of them.
Yeah, I mean, Epic
Donkey
Mickey,
Kong Country.
Epic Mickey, and I hate to say that, but I mean, these were just so flipping good.
Nintendo knows how to make games. It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's bizarre how, like, even with limited technology, they were able to compete. With these games are able to compete with these HD games in a way. It's amazing
$100 million game.
the way they're able to do that.
When you look at it though, which this will be in the next podcast too, but like see, Microsoft has their thing with the computers and stuff. Sony has phones, cameras.
Yes, Nintendo
Nintendo is just games.
and merchandise.
But
Which
you know,
I mean, I love this fact.
I need to
you
hunt
could
off three
bring
of my
out.
systems 'cause
I love the fact. In 2011,
diverse.
you have a new Call of Duty coming. You have a new Legend of Zelda. Yes, Call of Duty is going to sell more. Yeah, 2011. Skyward Sword came out in 2011.
Okay, so we're skipping a year. We're a year ahead of the timeline at the moment.
Which I'm just saying, like, you have Skyward Sword and another Call of Duty coming out in 2 years. Okay, yes, Call of Duty is going to sell more. But which one do you think people are more up saying you better be putting that in at least a Game of the Year quality? There was a guy who did a rant about this before the Spike VGA games
Do
get
that
more.
every day.
And I mean, like, he bashed on it so bad that they brought him to the show. Did you?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
That's like the
Let's
one VGA
get
I watched.
together. Let's bash about something so bad that they bring all of us.
Hey, I really love this game. What the heck are you guys thinking?
Yeah, man! I could be the yeah guy. You all say something else.
Yeah,
Are
Mario.
you talking about that one?
oh yeah, I'm talking about
Just add that one in with
Okay.
it, 'cause it was, could I like do this list first and then
Oh,
go
yeah.
back to Andrew because
Go for it.
these won't take long. I don't think anybody in here wants to talk about Truth and Lies. Pretty much all
I've
it
never
is.
played it.
Sounds good.
It's like it's by THQ.
It's a lie detector game.
yes,
Love
and
Oh,
it is.
don't pay
it's-
$60 for that.
No, don't.
How does
pay
that
60.
even work?
Well, it's with the microphone and it tells about it. It's
Based
with
on your
something with your pitch of your voice.
Tone.
You can so cheat with this game though, like you can hold one up to the fan and the other one like thump it or something, and it'll detect one as a lie and one as the truth, so you can answer like that. But anyways, you know I'm gonna put that up because it's not that awesome.
Andrew found his next
It's
buy
awesome.
game.
Haven't played this one, Power Gig Rise of the Sixth String. It was supposed to be like Guitar Hero rock band kind of thing when the music genre was there, but this is probably one of the games that killed it. I bought it for $2.69.
Oh,
That's
Came
when
out
you
in
know a game was
2010.
successful.
yeah.
And
There's Atari
like
games that cost more.
I tweeted that I bought
like
this.
ET costs more.
I
Oh my
tweeted
gosh,
that I
I'd
bought
say
this,
so.
and I actually got someone saying that this game was awful just because I tweeted that I bought it and I haven't even played it yet. So I don't know. Attack of the Movies 3D.
I don't know about the game, but that cover, that deserves to be the cover
Looks
of
awesome.
everything ever.
What the heck is that? It's awesome.
like
Okay,
a big
when you
eagle
go
on
into
top.
when you go into an arcade, one of those classic arcades where you pick up a gun and you just
Shoot
shoot the
stuff.
screen. That's what this is, except for you're using a controller, and it's like movie themed. Like you got a horror movie, you got like a Jaws kind of thing, you got like a giant mutant insect alien invasion thing.
How many different
It's
ones?
awesome. 6, I believe.
Whoa,
Outer
is
Space,
that,
the Deep Sea, adventure movies, and more. There's
is that
Yeah.
eel? So I was
Yes.
right about
I like how we just lost a member.
There you go.
Yeah, not even-
Well,
just waiting.
you guys
CSI Fatal Conspiracy. I actually bought this the same day I bought God of War Goes to Sparta. This is a great point and click game by Ubisoft. If you like the ones before it, get it. That's all I got to say about that.
Fatal Conspiracy.
Oh gosh.
And Kinect Adventures, it came with the Kinect, and it's an adventure game, and it's
Oh, good.
kind of fun, but it's not the best one out there because that would be Kinect Sports, but it's one of them. And I just wanted to get those out of the way so that we could eliminate some
Dang,
big
you
Kinect
really
game I haven't
yards.
played.
Besides Next Star Wars.
What do I do?
All right,
What the
so,
hell?
and do we have anything else to say about Mario Galaxy 2?
It's awesome.
I missed the hub world a little, but
I do too.
I'm hoping that the new one has not in space, but sort of like 3D land. I want the levels to have the same level of creativity in the new one, and I want a hub world. Just give me the hub world. I don't know why.
Well, the hub world was kind of like the castle from 64 or something. It was
Oh, no.
really
I need a hub world.
therapeutic.
Therapeutic.
All right.
That's what I need.
So we're going to Tron now.
Probably not.
So for those who have never played this game, this was Disney's attempt to bring the Tron world to the PlayStation, Xbox 360, and I believe PC.
And they did a
Thank you.
spectacular job.
I think it was something.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, and I do agree with some reviewers, the story was a little if. I will say
Did
that
it follow the
Haven't
movie, or did it
finished.
follow
it,
the
it, it, it
Or
started
did it, like,
started before.
decide to do both?
It's pretty much a prequel, which I mean
Okay.
the
A
truth.
prequel to the prequel. Prequel to the. Well, no, it was
What are you
a
talking
sequel.
about?
Prequel to
Never
the
mind.
a prequel
Ignore
to the
this.
original
Well,
movie.
it's a prequel to the original movie.
Prequel to the original.
Oh. What about that animated series, just before we get off, is that
Just because.
in the timeline? What the heck is that?
It is in between of the original and Legacy.
None of us have.
Okay, that's all I need.
Oh, really? Nobody has?
Which I mean,
Wow.
the thing that made the story
No,
so
think about
kind of, it got very off track a lot of the times. And, I mean, near the end, it was really, really good. The only thing I hate about it was the fact that it kind of didn't build you up for it. And I have no idea what's going on there.
Online multiplayer. I love it.
I was about to say, but the thing that saved this game, the thing that made it feel like Tron was the online
The
multiplayer.
multiplayer.
Because, I mean,
Like at first, when I first started playing it, like, when I got it a few weeks ago, the first like 5 matches that I played was the ones with the light cycles, and then I loved those, and I hated the other ones where it's a smaller map and you're just running around. And now I don't like the light cycle ones as much.
well, I mean, if you remember when I was really highly addicted to this game.
Yes, I remember.
23rd.
I remember.
23rd. And I still hold that title, not really. But I was 23rd.
Remember when you got kicked for playing too much?
Yes.
You got kicked for
I got
playing too
kicked.
much?
Because, I mean, I just loved it. I mean, it was so much fun. I
That's
used
like
to
all
be
you
a dick
played.
about this. I used to be a dick about this game. I would get seriously competitive. Like those light cycle matches, I
Yeah.
wouldn't play fair. I'll tell you straight up, I wanted to win.
Yeah.
When I went into the light cycle matches, I didn't try and run you over with the light cycle or use you to run into my light trail. I jumped off that cycle and threw my disc at your head. Like, I would be literally head-on collision, and they would be like, what the heck is he gonna do? And then they would try to, like, swerve out of the way, but I would just jump off, and then I got you locked on, just go,
Yeah.
whoa! One hit kill, that's it, you're dead.
And he's back.
People hated me on this game.
Do we have to get the counselor again?
And I mean, Joshua, this is another thing, and you may know those people who did this, because I used to start, because I think I may have started this, but like in those smaller maps, you know,
Well, I
those
have it on
power-ups,
Xbox, so.
you know, those power-ups where you'd run and get the power-up, and you would like just throw one disc and then kill instantly if you got that power-up. I just would wait until that power-up would come back, and I would just go on a killing spree. I would hide, wait, and then use that power. And then another move that I found that you could do, you can dodge roll into people, and it will take away their health.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And people hated me because they would be attacking me doing special moves, and you can't be hit while you're doing this. So I would just kill them just by rolling into them.
Wow.
So this is why I do not play this game anymore, because
There's someone who
people hate me.
there's someone who's really addicted to it on Xbox. I got off for like 6 hours straight and started playing like 10 other games. Got back on like 6 hours later, and the guy was still playing it.
He bought an Xbox just to play Tron. Because they kicked him on the PlayStation like, "Dumb."
It was the Xbox version of you.
Now God of War is taking place with that, but I have to stop with God of War because I'm getting really ticked off of it.
Raving Rabbits, travel in time. Like, you think Back to the Future messes with your head or something. This game messes. Like, if Doc Brown could see this game, like, he would die of a heart attack because you stop the Ice Age from happening, and at the same time you stop the extinction of dinosaurs, and you change the way Mount Rushmore was created, and you cause nuclear explosions, and you changed King Arthur's background story and Benjamin Franklin's background story and his whole kite and key experiment. I mean, there's not really much you don't do in this game, and you're traveling through time in a washing machine. Also, on a very lesser extent, if you like just dance, then there's a dancing game that's just like it in this game. But, I don't really care much for it.
Well,
That is Rabbit's Travel in Time. And really quickly, I'm also going to talk about Kirby's Epic Yarn because it's Kirby's and it's Epic Yarn. And it's, it's really unique gameplay for a Kirby game. It puts a lot of new twists on it, but at the same time, it's also, the story is probably the most kiddie story I've heard in a Kirby game. And it's a lot of Kirby games. I know, but I mean, like, on a Kirby game level, it's like, go Diego, go kind of.
He's made.
I know. But that being said, it's still just as fun as any other Kirby game.
I like that the yarn thing has turned into its own like series, or it seems
Yes.
to with the Yoshi. It's
Yes.
Yoshi, right?
Yes, Yoshi's.
And then they're also making a Yoshi Island.
on the yes,
Is that on the 3DS or
yes, 3DS, of course.
The 3DS gets everything.
Josh. Yes. Naughty Bear.
Kratos is teddy bear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously, he just kills everyone and everything.
The iPod app's not too bad either.
Really? Never played that one. But yeah, I played this maybe like once before, but when Joe brought it up. But I mean, it's pretty cool because I mean, who hasn't wanted to just gut a teddy bear? You know, I mean,
I do
Since
that.
we're on
everybody.
the subject of games,
I
I do it every night.
Yes.
Did you know that Destroy All Humans and Darksiders got purchased by a new company?
Oh.
The Nordic Gaming, Nordic Games. And
Where's this going now?
I don't know,
Destroy All
but-
Humans are like my
coming
favorite.
Yes.
Anyways,
Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't. Did they ever have like any other downloadable content? 'Cause it says watch for new downloadable.
They
content.
had several, and
Really?
one of them was like a whole other island to explore.
wow.
I know it was
Crazy
zombies.
stuff. Yes, and aliens and robots.
The best kind of DLC is the kind of DLC you pay a lot for and get a little bit.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes worth, and it's 600 Microsoft.
$10. Here's a costume.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really cool. And I was just going to say this because I just found out nobody here has played this. It's Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion XL Extra
But
Large.
we're playing it tonight.
Yeah, so we're playing it tonight, so we have no idea what to expect, but
It's like
It looks pretty
Super
cool.
Smash Brothers and PlayStation All Stars, but Cartoon Network characters. So we can't really go wrong with that.
so
Yeah,
that's kind of
really.
cool. And I call Johnny Bravo. Oh, yeah.
I call Mojo Jojo.
Jojo.
I don't know who I call that.
Alright, I'm gonna do both of
Everything
mine
has
as
courage.
well because the first one's not gonna take long at all because it's
I don't
Sims
think they
3.
have courage.
Shut up.
Sorry.
Josh was actually participating right now.
Yeah, I took my 3DS time
You
away from
stole
this.
them.
But the first one's The Sims 3, pretty good game.
Pretty good game.
It's a pretty good game.
It's The Sims.
It's The Sims 3. Not much to say.
It's the Sims.
It's The Sims. That's all you can say.
It's
about it.
Joshua's life. If he had one.
This is the closest thing I have to actually having a life in my hands right here.
It's his baby.
It's my baby.
They did a lot of work
Even
on
sleeps
this
with
game, though, especially when it comes to
Considering I
DLC
don't even
portions.
own it, Okay,
Should we touch that case?
Okay, I might have
No.
a slight problem.
Okay, and the second one is Pokepark Pikachu's Adventure for the Wii. I played just a little bit when I was over at Joseph's house one time. From what I played, it seems like a pretty good game. Joseph
action
played it
adventure.
for like
No, that was number 2.
he played the second one for like 10 hours in one
Straight?
day. Yeah, straight.
Just looking through his play
One
history.
time, yeah.
And it's like, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I don't even know
And then
how
all of
I
a sudden,
did
it's
that. How did
10
you-
hours.
The worst part is he may not have went to the bathroom that day.
Probably not. He
If I
probably
did, I
did.
paused it.
Adult diapers.
Yes. That is the real reason that they made adult diapers is for people like Joseph.
It is. It is.
There's that. I'm not choosing any more games.
Michael,
'Cause I haven't-
Plants
I haven't
versus
I haven't played
Zombies.
this one.
I've not played
I
the
played that
Xbox
one on
version, but I'd imagine it's not
PlayStation
much
2.
different from the other versions.
it's not.
Yeah.
And this is
This one's
great.
been around.
PopCap Games
Oh,
know
yeah.
how to make these short,
I
little
think-
arcade-like games, and this is a.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
you would call it tower defense. but yeah, of course
It's
you
been
would.
updated though, for sure.
And it's great. It's
Oh, God.
good, cheesy fun. It has zombies. It has plants, and
Someone to
basically.
love.
Be fine.
You're defending your house using a variety of plants. The sun mechanic is really cool, especially when you have to use like special plants at night to get. It's just really creative, really good. Has a great amount of character. I'm gonna stop.
I hated it when it first came out because it was so popular, and I was like, how is this game
like
so
Angry
popular?
Birds.
Now I
And
never
it was
heard
the
of it.
same way with Angry Birds and Minecraft, but I played Plants vs. Zombies. I made myself play Angry Birds. I like them both.
Angry
now.
Birds is
You know,
Yes, it
the
is.
first time I saw
And
Minecraft,
now
it was before it came out on
I
Xbox.
like those kind of games.
They're,
So.
they're a different genre. People
Yeah,
don't need
the
to
first
hate
time I saw Minecraft,
Yes.
it was on the
I love it.
computer,
They're
and I
awesome.
thought that it was the stupidest thing ever.
it. I never did. I just
They
never thought it was
like my
something I
friends
did.
played it all the time on the computer, and then I ended up getting it on Xbox, and I love it now.
Well, I hate this game. Better download it.
Well, I got it for free. One of my friends wanted me to try it, so.
Oh, FBI.
License transfer.
Go ahead.
So, there's been a lot of Pokemon games throughout our lifetime. I think if I could remember one very fondly, it was Silver for me. And then when Soul Silver was remade, I was just a happy boy.
Best remake ever.
That's what I was saying.
Of course, these are the best remake ever. I mean, I kind of wish they would go back and make red, blue, and yellow again. I really do wish they would do
They
that.
already did that.
It is.
Leaf green.
Oh,
Green
wow.
wood
Oh yeah.
That's
Sure.
right.
Well, red.
Ow.
They can do it again.
Yeah.
I can do it again.
But I mean, yeah, I absolutely love Soul Silver. Now, I won't lie. This is the time of my life when Silver first came out. I was decked hardcore into Pokemon.
I got gold and silver for Christmas.
Second generation Pokemon coming our way, and now that we're getting into the sixth Pokemon with Pokemon.
Is it 6?
Is it 6 or 7? Is it? I think it's
X
6.
and Y.
X and Y. Pokemon X and Y. I won't lie, I'm not as excited for the new one as I was. I've seen the new trailer. I've seen
They've
everything.
revamped it completely.
I've seen everything they've had to see, and the only thing I can honestly say that I'm actually excited about is the fact that it is a very different world, and they have possibly a Mew 3, which I
You'll
mean,
probably have this game.
Alright.
Tails look his head.
I'm gonna get it day one.
I think
I haven't beat Black and White.
I honestly think that they have potential for this. Of course, they always will. Because I mean, Pokemon is just Pokemon. There's never going to be a Pokemon game that's not loved. But I honestly think, and I know people would probably disagree with me about this, but I honestly believe they should take a game like this, not like exactly like Soul Silver, but just a Pokemon style of this, and just put it on the consoles.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I've wanted that for a long time.
It's not. That's different. I still love it.
It's close. Yellow Darkness is
I
the
haven't played,
closest.
and I know,
we-
and I played a little of Coliseum, and it's similar.
Well, I mean,
And
you,
but it was a good success, and they need to do it again.
well, I mean,
They need to make another Pokemon Stadium and another Pokemon Snap.
I was about to say
Yes.
Stadium.
How do you not make a Snap with the Wii U? I don't know how
Exactly.
you have
Yeah,
a Wii U controller and you're like,
And you have to
you don't automatically think Pokemon Snap. Like if I was Game Freak and I picked up the Wii U game tablet and they're like, hey, I want you to make something, I'd be, snap, 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 snap.
Pokemon Snap.
That's true.
But they need to put this on there
Oh, yeah,
because
really.
Even if
this
it's just
series,
downloadable.
this series is made for portables. It's always been made for portables. But the thing is, you cannot. Everything's meant to happen once.
Online connection.
So exactly, which the portable has that too. But they need to put it on
Well,
console
Miiverse
at
is
least
coming
once.
to 3DS also, so.
Yes, they need to put it on
But I
console
mean,
at least once.
just think
I
about
was about to say.
the possibilities that they
Especially with like graphically,
I was
like
about
the
to say,
Pokemon, they can make them look so awesome. Especially where it's in
just
HD
to
now.
put a Pokemon game. And it doesn't even have to be the most recent one. They could go back, put it on consoles, whatever they want to do. I mean,
They could probably get away with doing a virtual console.
if they just put one Pokemon game on the console, that Wii U will be the hottest thing of the year, and that game will be.
Well, they'll definitely put Pokemon games on.
Well, I mean,
the question
like-
is, will it be like
That
Pokemon or
or
Pokemon
six.
Channel, or will it be like Gale of Darkness, or will it be like an actual?
Which I mean, I think if they put Stadium like that.
Yeah, Stadium.
I'd like a new
Stadium.
Stadium game with the new Pokemon. I think
Yeah,
that
because Battle Revolution was just not that good. It was just
I was
not
just
the
reading
same
something
thing.
out.
But anyways,
of course, you probably have to buy more Pokemon as DLC.
yes, but that would be fine with me because I do it.
I would like that.
Phantom Detective. This was an amazing game by Capcom,
I
and
haven't played the whole thing, but what I played, I was completely addicted to it.
it was awesome. It has such great puzzles and game mechanics in it, and it's got such a great story. And the story starts with your main character's death, and you got to figure out what happened. You don't even know who you are really, and it has such an amazing plot twist at the end.
It's a whole lot better.
You know, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but I'm just going to put that back now. And, all right, so back to Josh with Lego Harry Potter.
Yes, which I have not played.
Glad you chose that game.
I know. I haven't played any of them.
We should like
actually.
join these two together, like Lego Harry
Yeah,
Potter
and
and
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter the Death Hallows.
So I have not played them. So how is it? You said it was awesome.
Well, it's a
It's
Lego
awesome.
game. I
Now,
mean,
I've
yes.
actually read and watched the Harry Potter movies now, so it's not like I'm completely like
What?
stuff.
Let me put it this way. This this is both a licensed game. Okay. This one should be ignored. This one is totally ignored. Because if it's got the word Lego in it, then that means, okay, anybody of any age can play it and have
Man,
fun.
you really love the Lego games. a
Yes,
lot.
I do, but not just the Lego games, the blocks.
Which, I mean, honestly, if you pick up the other one now.
5 or 7.
Ooh, that looks
I
good.
mean, that one. If you pick up, that is just trash.
Really?
Well, not completely. I mean,
Is it outdated now?
not really,
That's
but
what you mean.
like if you had to pick one, get part 2.
Yeah.
Like if you have to
Well,
pick one of the two.
No,
because
get
part two-
nothing
6.
really happened
Get
in part
6.
two.
6 was
Yeah,
good.
Part 1.
But I mean, like as far as the Deathly Hallows go.
The only Harry Potter game I played was the first one, for like PlayStation 1.
Oh wow.
Because my cousin had it.
No, I'll tell you the one that's really
Quidditch.
good. Quidditch World Cup was awesome. That was like the only sport.
Quidditch
sounds
like-
only sports game. I was like, like whoa. And like I remember playing Chamber of Secrets back when it first came out, and I love Chamber of
You know
Secrets.
what? I think I played Chamber of Secrets in the first one.
Chamber of
Like
Secrets
PlayStation 1.
was the first stealth game for me actually.
Yeah.
Because I remember you would
Chamber
have
of
to.
Secrets was the second Harry Potter game.
Yeah.
And I played the third one as well. The
Did this
third
one
one was
come
pretty
out on
much
PlayStation?
a mirror copy of Chamber of Secrets. Just
Not
better
that one,
graphics.
no. Oh,
That's
really?
a sequel.
It's
a
similar.
series.
I played
Like
the
Mario
first
Kart.
two
Yeah.
because my cousin had.
That
Was
one was
2
just
and
on
3
Xbox.
for
Basically the same.
Yeah, they were
Right.
pretty much my favorites. I mean,
It's
6 was
completely
good
different.
because they were like them.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
similar in ways, but it's.
You'll know the gist of it.
One more thing I'd like to say about Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows is, this is the Kinect sensor is really good, but I mean, to be honest though,
Did you wish you had a remote?
Yes.
To act like it's a wand?
yes, because the problem is when you're using your wand. I mean, it's like a well, it's a third-person shooter, but it's so close up on your character. It could be a first-person shooter, and you just sit there and do this. But you have to aim at the same time with nothing in your hand. I mean, how are you supposed to aim where you want to go? So I mean, sometimes the Kinect does not pick it up good. But I think the Kinect 2 would like a game like this.
Yeah.
The Kinect 2 would work for it.
Assuming they're
So-
actually going to do.
Yeah,
Which I don't know why they wouldn't.
Could you hold something in your hand?
Well, you could, but like it wouldn't pick it up because it only picks up
Now,
like
do you
your
think the
joints.
Kinect will be the Kinect if they do continue the Kinect thing? Do you think it'll be separate from the normal Xbox, or do you think
I think they'll bundle it in, but
it'll still be a separate thing? Like you could get an Xbox without any Kinect capabilities still.
yes.
Is it a week?
Okay, now go ahead.
Alright, Sonic
I
Free
just started to
Riders
snap
Yeah,
off.
we started.
for the Kinect.
No!
It's for the Xbox.
Xbox Kinect.
You can play it without it, can't you?
No.
That's an only
It,
four?
it
Yeah, that's
requires
How dare you,
Kinect
Sonic?
sensor.
How dare you?
How does that work?
How
I'm
does it
curious.
What is
You-
Son-
that one is actually that one and Kinect Star Wars are probably the two most responsive ones I have, and that one is pretty simple. You have to stand. It's got to register your full body, but I mean you act like you're on a skateboard, and you
I bet
have
it's
to
not
lean.
as cool as Tony Hawk's.
back and forth.
Whatever it is.
Ride?
Yeah, Tony Hawk's Ride.
It's
Actually, I
probably
hated that game
it's
so
probably
much.
about equal, so you probably won't like it then. But
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean,
It was hard to get the controls with like the actual skateboard and how to move.
go connect if you want. That's cool. But I honestly have lost my Sonic love. Honestly, it's just.
How
This is a
dare
little
you?
different. This isn't really.
Well,
this is a racing game.
it's great that it's a racing game. That's great. I'm talking about the
Did you not
character
play
Sonic.
Colors? Colors.
Have you played?
I never really
Sonic
liked
Generations?
Sonic that
I did
well.
play Generations.
Generations is like the best one they've done in a long time.
Generations
I've always
is the best one,
preferred
but I
Shadow.
mean, like, besides Generations, do you remember the first,
I always
like, that other Sonic that came out on the
preferred
PS3? Like, when the PS3 was first
Sonic
released?
Generations.
What?
Or
Unleashed?
just
No,
Sonic
it's
06.
where
It's
he
called
turns
Sonic
into a
06.
werewolf.
It's just called
yeah,
Sonic.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just called
Sonic the Hedgehog.
that.
Yeah, that one.
That one's bad.
It's on the Xbox.
That one's
Yeah.
bad.
It's
That one's
absolutely
bad.
terrible. I've seen Game Grumps too.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I've watched them
That's
fight
how-
through it.
That one shouldn't be
That's
considered.
how I saw footage.
But
for
I
that.
mean, like,
Before that, I always just heard about it. It's like,
Sonic-
Sonic that bad.
Sonic's had some
Like,
good
well,
games though
that's-
recently.
That's
Like
funny,
this
they
one
were
was
running
pretty
and the
good.
tree just popped in.
Uh,
It's like, "Ah,
Generations,
where'd the trees come from?"
Colors, and the Black Knight and the Secret of the Rings. I've heard they're pretty good. And
I
Unleashed
like
was-
Secret of the Rings. I know a lot of people who don't.
Ooh, I'm almost
But I like
done.
it.
But
What?
yeah, like Sonic
Like-
the Hedgehog, just the one that's just called Sonic the Hedgehog for the
Three more-
360
two,
and
three more
PS3. No.
pieces.
No.
Which I
that's
have
the-
it, but it's bad.
That is the worst Sonic game,
Hammer.
possibly ever.
It looked like a really bad game, and
It is.
Are there?
And I don't really know why. Like, it would be hard to.
I don't know what they did.
I guess it was because of where the consoles were like brand new.
Yeah, and I guess they were just trying to push, like, we gotta make this big, 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 big. And they're like, okay, well, what's gonna happen in between all the big? And they're like, nothing, just more big.
Pretty much.
Don't worry about that. The big will
We're
cover
down-
it all.
We're down to our last game,
What is it?
Alan Wake.
Alan Wake. I've never played it, but
I've
it
never-
looks like something I would really, really enjoy.
It's
So,
like-
A
I'll
lot
check
of
it
people
out.
like Alan Wake.
It is good. They need to make a sequel.
Didn't they sort of?
I thought they did.
That's
No.
downloadable.
Well, it was only downloadable, but it wasn't really a sequel though. It was, wasn't it?
That's why I said sort of.
It was. It was. It's not the same thing. Like
Well-
they need to make an Alan Wake 2.
I mean, it's one of the few Xbox 360 exclusives, but it's.
I didn't even. Oh, it is.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, how do
That's
you
it?
know?
Huh.
Oh yeah, Microsoft Studios. I guess they.
So I mean,
Hey,
So
Microsoft
technically,
Studios coming to
for all
you.
those exclusives, you have 4 on 360. Which isn't really bad.
Well, there's more than 4.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. There's 4. You got Gears, you got Halo, you got Fable, you got Alan Wake.
Rareware. Well, it's just rare now.
What else?
I don't know. Make a Banjo-Kazooie and I'll buy your Xbox.
Hey, there's more. I just can't think of them. But they're not like out there, like big out there.
Yeah.
You
There's one-offs.
Halo. Did you mention Halo?
Yeah.
But well, I guess that's the end of this podcast.
Woo!
And now we're gonna do another one.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
count
And,
down that.
yeah. And, yeah.
We discussed 37 games from the year 2010. I think that should cover it pretty well. So
We should have reviewed 210 games.
yeah.
Because that's as close we're going to get to 2010.
And just for the future reference in this one, if it's still recording.
Yeah.
Hey, Sadie, how you doing?
No.